Are you starting to wonder if eating healthy is actually really healthy for you? Well, I want to give you tips to figure out what is healthy for you. I'm Jen Maleka, the Holistic Health Boss, your functional diagnostic health practitioner and expert. And I'm curious, what does eating healthy actually mean to you? When I graduated from college after studying fitness, nutrition, and health for 4 years, I thought that eating healthy meant that you should create a caloric deficit by eating less and moving more, that you should have a snack or meal every 2 hours, that you should always eat 3 solid meals per day, and that you should eat low-fat, lean meats, veggies, fruits, dairy, starches, and whole grains according to that food guide pyramid now known as the plate. So I did exactly what I was taught, and I felt like crap instead of feeling great and having my ideal health and weight. It turns out there's a lot more to eating healthy than what we were taught in school or what you might have read on your own about diets and nutrition. In fact, some so-called healthy foods aren't actually healthy for you. It took me years to figure out what foods were healthy for my body. When I finally figured it out, it made getting the results that I desired so much easier. So I want to help you cut to the chase and get to the bottom of what foods are healthy for you so that you can feel like your best self too, instead of wasting time trying to figure it out. I see so many clients and people feeling frustrated about food and eating healthy. They've tried just about everything with little to no results. They'll literally say to me, I'm eating healthy, but I'm not getting any results and I just don't get it. Do you find yourself maybe feeling frustrated like this too? Well, in theory, you and they are probably quote unquote eating healthy. Most of these people that I talk to are often eating a paleo, Whole30, keto, or generally well-rounded and clean diet. In some cases, they are eating mostly organic foods, good sources of meats, and even avoiding some of the well-known inflammatory foods. But they still aren't getting results. They still struggle with digestive upset, weight, anxiety, hormone imbalances, or other nagging health issues, all because eating healthy isn't always healthy for you. So that's why I wanted to come in and reveal why some of the healthy foods that you're eating might not be healthy for you and give you some tips to figure out what is healthy for you so that you can live life feeling like your best self with your ideal health and weight. Now, the first thing to understand is that there is a difference between eating healthy and eating right for your body. Eating right for your body will incorporate healthy foods, but not all healthy foods are right for your body. Most diet approaches tend to focus on food elimination, which is good considering that oftentimes it means eliminating the top inflammatory foods such as gluten, dairy, sugar, soy, and alcohol, and even other grains or foods containing lectins. However, most dietary approaches fail to consider 2 key components to eating healthy for your body. One is macronutrient balance, meaning the balance of protein, carbs, and fats that you're eating. And 2 is specific food sensitivities that you might have. Eating the right balance of protein, carbs, and fats gives your body the right ratios of fuel so that it can function at its potential. Understanding and eating according to your macronutrient needs can instantly help to reduce digestive stress and bloating. It can help to increase your energy. It can help to fight off food cravings and so much more. But you can still run into issues when eating the right balance of macronutrients if you're eating foods that you're sensitive to. Now, food sensitivities aren't always obvious, and they don't always show up as digestive upset, which is why you might think you don't have any. Other common food sensitivity symptoms can include things like anxiety, skin breakouts, low energy or fatigue, poor sleep, weight gain, or resistant weight loss. Food sensitivities or poor macronutrient balance could certainly be secretly sabotaging your healthy eating efforts and the results that you're looking to get from them. As I've shared before, take a banana for example. Around the world, most would agree that a banana is a healthy food, but if you have a sensitivity to bananas, or they contain too many carbs and sugars for what your body can tolerate in one sitting, then they aren't a healthy food necessarily for you. When you eat something like a banana like this that may have negative effects on your body, it can spike blood sugar and inflammation, reduce nutrient absorption, disrupt hormone balance. It messes with your sleep and energy and leaves you craving usually more food to get an energy bump or to get different results. When my husband found out that he was sensitive to beef, he lost 5 pounds within 1 week from removing that food from his diet. Now, beyond these two key components, there could be even more to consider, such as oxalates and FODMAPs. FODMAP stands for fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. Now, oxalates are a naturally occurring element in foods and in the body, but in an abundance of oxalates can lead to kidney stones, chronic joint pain, mineral deficiencies, and more. Oxalates can be especially problematic when candida or yeast overgrowth is going on in the body. Now, some of the foods that have the highest amounts of oxalates in them can include things like dark chocolate, nuts, berries, citrus fruits, as well as beets, sweet potatoes, zucchini, and even other summer squashes, and dark leafy greens such as spinach and certain types of kale. Well, just about every one of those foods is generally considered healthy, right? But they can be problematic for you. And FODMAP foods can be problematic with an overly inflamed or leaky digestive system, making it hard to break down these foods, leading to fermentation in the gut and bacteria overgrowth that can be happening, or even yeast. Some of the highest FODMAP foods are things like garlic, onion, fruits, grain, certain nuts, and legumes. Again, see how you could be eating these so-called healthy foods and that they aren't actually maybe healthy for you based on what's going on in your body. Now, the best healthy eating plan takes your body and specific needs into consideration and combines the elements related to macronutrient balance, food sensitivities, and other physiological factors at play. When working with clients to figure out what foods are right for their body, we always do a series of functional lab tests to uncover all of the pieces to their health puzzle and then use that data to guide recommendations for how to eat healthy for their body. The series of tests will often include a food sensitivity test to pinpoint those specific foods that they are reactive to, a metabolic typing test to assess ideal macronutrient balance, and a stool sample test to evaluate digestive and intestinal health. There is no one size fits all when it comes to eating healthy for your body. Now, if you want to explore more what foods are right for your body, then I'd love for you to click on the link below to get my food and body language log to start dialing in your macronutrient balance. And if you want to get your hands on the right lab tests and resources to explore it even deeper, then I'd love to invite you to click on the link below to schedule an ideal health and weight discovery session with me. Now remember, eating healthy isn't always what it appears to be. What matters is what's best for your body. I hope you found this incredibly insightful, and I'll see you in the next video.